Hello everybody, welcome back to another sort of update video. It's gonna be a let's play for more Project X Zone stuff, but right now I'm just gonna talk about what I'm about to do. So, let me show y'all that. This is very spoiler heavy, so I mean everything I uploaded was spoiler heavy, so whatever. If you don't mind spoilers, you should. By now, if you already got the game, you should be around chapter 10, if not beat it by now, or close to, or some, either, if you're not past the prologue by now, or you should be at least around chapter 1 through 10, if not around chapter 10 through 20, if not farther than that by now, depending on how often you play and how much time you actually put into it and all that good stuff. But I'm going to be talking about the Demo B, Chapter 16, and Chapter 20? Let me check. Yeah, Chapter 20. Chapter 16, Chapter 20, and Demo B, Chapter 16, and Chapter 20. Demo B is centered around Chapter 16. Well, sort of. It's not like the full chapter, just like how Demo A wasn't like the full chapter of or the full thing of whatever chapter that was. I don't remember what chapter that was. I think it was around chapter 7 or something, or it was around there. But Demo B is like has characters from chapter 1 through 20, sort of. It's like here and there, like who you run into, and what chapter you run into them, and all that good stuff. Demo A had people from chapter 1 through 10, I think, except for Ulala, because you don't run into her till like way late. I think I'm not even close to running into her. I don't think, unless you run into her in chapter 26. I don't remember when you run into her, but I'm close, but I'm not that close to running into her. I'm not worried about running into her either. I know I'm close to it, so whatever. Well, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about Cosmos, Talos, X and Zero, and the chapters. Chapter 16 is probably one of the most annoying. It's probably the first annoying chapter you'll probably ever run into, because essentially you have to chase these. Like at first you get. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Well, I'm not gonna show y'all everything, but I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Because first you start out with Jin and Xiaoyu, then you run into Batsu, so the demo was correct on that. Then like after a while, you some of your teammates pop up. Then you got to do some stuff. Then your other some other teammates pop up. Then the whole mission objective changes, where you gotta chase these 4 goblins and you have to get a key, and they're annoying. The one thing you need is this one guy, this one solo unit guy. I forgot his name. I'll check. Yeah, Flynn Sifo, the guy from Tails, or I think he's from Tails. I don't know. You run into him, and apparently he's rolling with them. So I guess he's from Tails. If I'm wrong, my bad. But he apparently knows them, and they're cool and all that stuff. But almost everybody is. But I think he's from there. Almost every solo unit is either from their own place or from where their partners are. Like the Resistance of Fate people and the God Eater people and all that good stuff. There's like only a few people who actually come from the same world, sort of, except for Tronbon and Mega Man, because Tronbon is in the Mega Man universe, so sort of, but she's from Mega Man Legends, and X and Zero's from Mega Man X, and Zero's also in his own little thing, and X comes. That's something else. That's completely different, but in Chapter 16, you start out, the mission objective starts simple. It's like, oh, just kill everybody, you'll be fine. Then you run into your people, and you know the mission objective's the same. You gotta kill everybody. Then when your other teammates pop up, the whole mission objective changes again, where you have to kill those 4 goblins, and they're annoying. There's who you pair the people with depends, because there's a recommended person, but I say just trial and error. As long as you have Flynn equipped to someone and use marching order and have like 50 XP whenever you need to use marching order, you can finish the mission like that. But X and you don't run into X and Zero till like chapter 20. You don't run into Cosmos and Taylor until like chapter 19. Because I just ran into them, and now I'm about to run into X and Zero like right now. Because like I'm on chapter 20. I'm on chapter 20, but I haven't did it yet because I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to talk about everything. But Demo B is like from chapter 1 through 20 of who you run into. And you don't run into Cosmos and Talos until chapter 19. You don't run into X and Zero until chapter 20. And where it's taking place is in chapter 16. Which is really misleading. Because a lot of people were like, man, when did we run into X and Zero? You don't run into them, they was around chapter 10, and so I was like, you're not going to run into them for a bit. You're not going to run into them for a little bit. So yeah, it's not that bad, but it's kind of bad, because it's like, if you start out the game, it's like, oh, where the heck is X and Zero? It's like, you're in the prologue and you're wondering where they are, you got a while. You got a while till you run into them. It's not that bad, but you got a while till you run into them. But, essentially, Demo B centers around those 3. It doesn't center around those 3 chapters, but it centers around, chapter 16, and, yeah, that's where it centers around, but all the characters are from, different chapters. So, if I think there's going to be a 3rd demo. I think there's going to be a demo C sometime whenever, but I don't know. So I don't know about that. I think there's going to be one. I think there was 3 demos for Japan, but so far we got 2, and we already got the game. And I think the game came out in Europe. Either it's coming out in Europe or it's already out or so. So y'all should, you European people should be getting it. So if you're wondering oh, well, we got both demos. When do we run into these people? You run into most of those people from prologue to about chapter 20 for the most part. I'm gonna guess that anyone from chapter C is gonna be from chapter 20 through end game. Well, I wouldn't say end game, but from chapter 20 through end game. So you're gonna, you're basically either chapter C you'll have everybody, or you're gonna have whoever you didn't have in the other 2 demos. So it'll be basically the remaining cast. So you got something to look forward to. Even though there's not many people left, except for few people, but the question is, how long is chapter 16? It's short, but it can get long because of that stupid mission objective changing thing where you have to deal with those 4 goblins. Because essentially it's oh, okay, I just gotta kill everybody. It starts out simple, then the mission objective changes. Oh, okay, 4 goblins. Then you see how fast they move. It's what do I do about this? And that's where Flynn and marching orders come in handy. Now, where do you put them? I could be wrong about where you put them, but I think you pair them up with, let me see their names. I think you put them with Zephyr and Lynn. Don't remember their game name. I think it's Resistance of Fate. Sorry if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's you put Flynn with them. Well, I put Flynn with them, and it's it worked out. So if it doesn't work out for you, sorry. You could try, someone else. But as long as you got Flynn somewhere and you got marching orders, you should be fine. Because as long as you got Flynn with whomever's right, because I'll show y'all, cause like y'all already know like how like the area for demo B looks, but I'll show y'all like I'll show y'all like where like everything goes down and stuff. I was gonna cut the video and do this, but it's all good. Sorry about this. See, I kept like a save data like right there. Oh god, like right there, like at chapter 16. So I could talk about this, but that's where I am at currently, chapter 20. It says chapter 19, but it's like clear, so that's where I'm at right now. But I kept that there so I could talk about this for y'all. But yeah, it's like it starts out. You get these people. Sorry if you got. Sorry, it's like blurry like that. But yeah, it's like you start out. Yeah, you start here. Spoilers. This is big time spoilers if you like you're not here by now. I already said this is gonna be a spoiler heavy video, so. See, the mission objective right now is reach that gate, but once you kill him, or this guy, sorry about the brightness thing, man. This webcam's terrible about brightness. But yeah, it's like you have to kill like 2 zombies and you'll run into Batsu and everything changes. And there's Batsu. And there's some of your team. See, you still reached, Great Portal. Okay. After you kill like a few of these enemies, sorry that you really can't see that, but it's like after you kill like these enemies, like a few of these enemies, the mission objective is gonna change. Some people are gonna spawn up there, there, there by the door. Cause Skeef and like two people are gonna spawn like right there by the door, and then like the rest of your team is gonna spawn like in this area. The 4 goblins are gonna spawn down there. Then they're gonna teleport up there after their dialogue is done. They're gonna start sprinting to that. They're gonna start hauling ass to that door over there. So as long as Flynn is like with your team that's over here, and you're using marching orders, you should be able to like get to him and kill him. Cause once you kill these guys, the mission objective is gonna change, where you have to kill those goblins, and you can't let a single one reach that door, or it's game over. So you need marching orders in order to get there and get rid of those 4 goblins. once you kill them, the mission objective is gonna change again, where you gotta kill everybody. And by the time like when that happens, there's gonna be like a lot of freaking enemies. But I'm not gonna be able to like show you all that because it's gonna take longer than it's gonna make this video longer than I want it to be. So yeah, sorry about that. Now I want to close this. See, sometimes it gets the brightness right, then it does stuff like that. It's like the coloring is right, it's just it doesn't do well with brightness. But this is chapter 20 where you run into X and Zero. I don't feel like setting up any of that. I'll just show y'all this. Spoilers. Well, I already said this is going to be spoiler heavy. Because it starts out like this. Oh god, he's back. But he's not alone. Yeah, the mission starts out like this. And then once you kill a few enemies, X and Zero are gonna pop up like around this area. So you'll run into them like around here or so. Sorry, y'all can't see that. Sorry, I fell. It's like you run into them like around here or so. They'll pop up around there or so. So you'll run into them and you'll have them at that chapter and whatnot. Jeez. Webcam don't fail on me now. But yeah, it's like because for like most missions, when you run into people, you don't run into them until the mission objective changes. It's like it starts out one way, then it's like you kill a few units, then stuff goes down, then you run into somebody, and it's like okay. For when you run into Cosmos it's kind of like the same way for chapter 19. I wish I could have showed y'all that too, but I cleared it. I didn't do what I did for chapter 16, but now I can get rid of that because I showed y'all that. But it's like it starts out one way, like it's like you started in the spaceship, and then like it's like the mission objective is I think it's one of those kill every enemy, and it's one of those missions where either you kill everybody or you lose everybody. It's not like, oh, if this person gets defeated, the whole thing is done. This is like, oh, if you lose everybody, it's over. So it starts out simple. I don't think it changes all that much. I don't remember because I didn't lose anybody that chapter, so I don't remember. But it's like it starts out and it's like you kill a few enemies, start moving around. Then a few people pop in. Seth pops in with Cosmos, and she figures out that she's been tricked, and Talos is like, oh no, screw that. Then they join up, and then now you got Cosmos and Talos, and then Alyssa like helps them out, and so you get 3 people in that chapter. And your main enemies are Phantom, B. Durrell, and Seth. Then you have all these, minor enemies and whatnot. But for chapter 20, y'all saw who your main enemies are, but I think it changes because usually a mission objective, it's like you'll start a mission, you start killing enemies, then the mission objective decides to up and change, and new enemies pop in, and it's like usually either kill everybody or you gotta kill this certain person. There's a lot of chapters where it's like, oh, you just gotta kill this certain person, so if it was on hard mode, I wouldn't suggest rushing to them, because it's on easy mode, and every enemy drops an item, and I say get them, kill every enemy as possible. Like, so far in like every chapter, I've literally killed every enemy, unless it was like kill this person or kill that person. For like, cause like for like the prologue in prologue 2, when you run into Jin, Pai, or Akira and Pai, Jin and Xiaoyu, and you run into Ryu and Ken. Sorry, I can't see you run into like 3 people. You have 4 demons to fight. Darrell or whatever her name is. It's Darrell something. It's either Darrell or Darrell. I'm sorry if I don't know that. I don't know much about Virtual Fighter. Sorry. But then you run into like, what was her name? What was her name? God damn it. Now I gotta check. Yeah, I'm checking more often so I know these people's names, so it's like, who the heck are you talking about? I don't know who that character is. I don't know that series. So I gotta give you a reference point. She's a Street Fighter character, so yeah. Mostly got people who already know who it is, or might know who I'm talking about. Because she works for Seth, so yeah. Because that mission starts out like how most of those missions... Well, that mission is kind of like how most of the missions are, where you just like you kill one person, or where you can kill one person or the other. So it's like, yeah, I took out all the demons, then I dealt with both of them at the same time, which isn't actually smart, because all they needed to do was kill the demons and attack one person. But it's whatever. Database. Yeah, Juri Han. You run into her and Darrell. Let me see if I'm actually pronouncing her name right, or saying her name right. Yeah, Darrell. There's a Darrell statue in the regular Darrell. It's like Darrell statue. You run into her and Juri at the same time, and you have 3 people. There's like 4 demons and 2 enemies. It's like, it starts out one thing where you gotta save Jin, so you basically learn how to use the rescue thing, which is actually very helpful, but but yeah, it's like, the mission objective starts out one way, then it changes, so, yeah, it's like a lot of missions are like that, so yeah, be ready for anything, like, at all times, be ready. If y'all was wondering, like, what I was doing, because this is my clear data, so I can listen to the BMG whenever I want. Like, I could listen to it or set, like, whatever my battle music is, but I'm actually listening to my set BMG battle music. It doesn't matter, because I'm about to just exit that and, like, go back to doing what I was doing after this video, so, yeah. But, it's like, most of the missions are fairly easy, especially on easy mode. But after a while, like, the only thing that I really don't like is when a mission objective starts one way, then there starts, like, it's kind of okay, but it's like when a mission objective starts, it's like you kind of get these few enemies. Then like it's kind of like shit starts to go down, and like there starts to get like it's like it kind of just goes into like a tumble of hellfire. Like it's like you start out with this group of people, and it's like, oh, there's just these enemies. Okay, and you start killing them, then shit goes down, and either you get more people to work with, or you get more enemies. It's like, I don't know what's going on, but we got to deal with this. So the game is hectic. It's very hectic, and it makes it fun. It's repetitive, but it kind of makes it fun in a way. It's like if you're following the story, good luck, because then it evolves a lot of. There's a lot of in-game. There's so many freaking in-game jokes from their series, and oh god, this game is. There's only one way to sum up this game in a nutshell. It's hectic. It's hectic to all hell. It's fun. It's repetitive, and it can get boring at times, but it's good. But there's no way in hell I would. That GameStop forum, so stupid. Everything got a 10, but the sound. You hear this? That's not an 8. There's not the sound is not an 8. The sound is nowhere near an 8. Well, y'all might not be able to hear it because I got my DS over there, so you should hear it a little bit, but sound isn't a freaking 8. I don't get how everything else got a 10, especially the gameplay, because it gets repetitive. But everything got a 10, but the sound. You hear that? That's not an 8. That's a solid 10. There's 68 there's 68 songs, and there's like, I think there's like 3 different companies. No, actually there's 4 different companies, because they're Project X or Project Cross Zone original stuff on there too. So that's 4 different things. There's 68 songs, 4 different people. So there's about 20 songs each, maybe, give or take. I could be wrong. Oh, I'm not gonna count that out or figure that out. I'm pretty sure there's some place that helps people out, who don't know. But yeah, it's like sound 8. I wouldn't give this game a perfect 10. There's no way in hell, because it's for fans. This game's not for everybody, but it's for fans. It's like if you're not a fan of any of these companies whatsoever, you probably won't like this game. Unless you're kind of into RPGs, you kind of like the battle mechanics, you might like this game. But if you're not a fan of any of these people or have no idea what the heck's going on, and you just jump into it, there's a good chance you might not like it. I say try the demo out, but the demos are actually a little bit funner than the actual game. But then again, I already had the actual game, so it's like demo A was really fun. It didn't sell me. I already pre-ordered the game, and now I already got it. So it's like, well, I would have loved to went back and checked out demo A again. It's like, well, now I actually got the game. How demo A stacks up to the actual game, and I couldn't say. But demo B compared to the actual game, I actually liked the demo better than the actual game. But then when I started playing the actual game, I was like, God damn, I love this game. When I first played it, I loved this damn game. It's like when I first played the demo, like demo A, when I first played it, I loved it. Then I actually got it, I loved it. Then after a while, since I was playing it too much, I literally was playing this game straight. I was playing this game, I would literally beat this game within a week, which is not good, because now I gotta go back through it so I can relive everything. But I told you I was gonna talk about that, didn't I? But yeah, it's like I was playing this game straight, so it's like, jeez. I started to hate it, but that was my own fault. That's one tip from me to other people who may get a little straight away. Don't play this game don't play the game like I did, where you just play it hours on end, because you'll beat it. Oh, whoop, broke my knife. I gotta fix that. Whoopsie. Broke my little knife. Damn it. I'll super glue this and fix it later. Yeah. Fix that later. I ain't even mad. I was trying to, because it was like a little bit broken, so I was trying to like fix it, and it's like snap. I was like, oh well. But yeah, it's like if you're a fan of any of these people, check it out. If you kind of interested in it, check out the demo before you buy it, so you get a good understanding of it. Because this game is hectic. It's really hectic. And that's kind of why I was starting to hate it, because it was repetitive with how crazy it got. And since I was tripping balls when I was playing this game, like I was literally high as all hell when I was playing this game. Don't mix weed with this game, because you'll have a good time, but too much of this game and too much weed don't mix at all. I'm not telling you to not do drugs or do drugs. That's on you. But I was high as all hell when I was playing this game, and it made me love this game even more, and it also made me hate this game even more, because I was like, since I was high, I was like a high in a mental state as well as, tripped out as all hell. It's like I caught on to the repetitiveness. I was like, well, this ain't fun. This is chaotic and beyond my logic. So I was like, I don't like this. Since now I'm sober as all hell and I'm replaying, it's like, okay, I get it. It's alright. I wouldn't say it's alright. I mean, I love it. I still enjoy it. I'm still playing it. But, just don't play it for too long. That's my tip to you. I mean, you can if you want. That's on you. Just, there's no way in hell I'll be able to do it. You're going to be wondering, like, oh, like, haven't you been playing it for a while? Like, yeah. I don't remember how long have I been playing it. I think I put in about 15 hours, or maybe a little bit more in my second playthrough so far. So, yeah. Not bad. Should be a little bit more than that, but actually my first playthrough probably would have been like shorter in hours wise, because there was a lot of times where I was AFK, smoking, cooking food because I was hungry, munchies, getting something to drink because it gets hot in here, and pops help, and it helps with getting high and all that good stuff. And there's a lot of times where I took bathroom breaks, or I just put it on the charger and then I did something else. Because there was a lot of times where I'm playing a certain game and I just set it AFK and go do something else. Just, it's like, oh, I'm tired of it. It's like, oh, I just played something for too long. It's like, it's starting to get to me. I'm starting to not enjoy myself. Let me take my mind off it for a little while. So I go somewhere else and, enjoy that for a little bit. Then come back and it's like, okay. That's why I suggest to anyone. I mean, if you're a person who can enjoy one game for hours on end, it's right. It's there. It's in your playing field. You can enjoy this game for hours on end, unless you don't like the repetitiveness of it. Then, yeah. But at first I didn't like the repetitiveness. Now that I understand it, it's like, okay, it doesn't bother me. It's just like, oh god, I gotta deal with this crap. Okay, let me take a break, then I'll deal with it. That's kind of how my second playthrough has been going for the most part. It's like, oh god, this again. Okay, drink my pop, think about it. It's like, alright, I can do it. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to my discussion on that, and thank you guys for sticking around and all that stuff. I am going to be doing like regular Let's Plays fairly soon, but since I'm going to be working like for the car show and the fair, which is coming up, like the car show is next week, then the fair is like I think the week after or so. So I'm going to be working for 3 days next week. Then I'm going to be working for like 2 weeks, but I'll still be able to do like videos and whatnot, unless I don't feel like it. But yeah, I'll be a little bit preoccupied. I already was preoccupied thanks to that game. But I'm gonna be doing my regular Let's Plays in a bit, so yeah, don't mind all this stuff. This has been on my mind. It's like when I think about playing something, and since I can record it, sort of, I was like, oh, I gotta record it. I just love doing it. It's like, oh, I want to play that and I want to record it. I can. Well, sort of. Not for this, but for the most part, I can. For my Let's Play stuff, I can. For this stuff, it's a little wonky, but I'll fix that out. I'll fix that and like work on that for like later stuff. I'm not gonna worry about doing that for a little bit, but y'all get stuff like that soon enough. So there won't be as many off-camera stuff, because there's a lot of games that I want to do Let's Play series for, and I can't because of my recording situation, but I will figure that out and deal with that, so, you know, expect a lot more Let's Plays, that's for sure. And there's probably going to be a lot more, like, I'm probably going to be talking a lot more about, the certain games I'll be playing. But, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for sticking around, hope you guys stick around. You know, there's gonna be more stuff, so there probably will be more Project X Zone stuff, like when I get farther and get everyone's, all their moves list again, because, the previous videos that I did wasn't, the full moves list, only had, 4 of their moves instead of 3, but there's, at least 5 moves, plus, plus, the extra move and all that stuff, plus the 1 move plus and all that good stuff, but, when I get everyone's moves list unlocked, I'll do another video on that and do it. I'm gonna do that I'm gonna record that a different way, so it won't look as wonky as it did. But I'm gonna keep my older stuff up so y'all can see that too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys stick around. Hopefully this video ain't too long, so yeah, don't mind that. But see ya.